Hi, I think we are live. Hello, hello. Okay, mask is not mandatory in here. I'm indoors. I'm not leaving my house unless it's necessary because we are on the lockdown in UK. As probably most of you who are watching this stream know what's going on. So yeah, we're staying home. That's what we do, and we're gonna be brave. It's the second day of lockdown. Everyone's panicking. I don't know, like they never spend the weekend at home right now, which is a bit silly. As soon as you're gonna tell people that they're not supposed to leave the home, all they want is just go outside and do stuff. I don't understand this. If that was a 7 day in, fair enough. But we're here to talk about something exciting, not about silly stuff. So we gonna talk about Sonoff products because I've got actually a couple of products from Sonoff. I've got a nice care package, so thank you so much, IT guys. I appreciate it. And I have two products that have not been released yet, and one of them is interesting, one of them is quite exciting, and I'm really looking forward to figure out what we can do with it, especially in DIY mode, if that mode's gonna be available. So hello Nico and hello Don, how are you doing? It's nice to see you. Hope you're staying safe, and I hope you're ready because I've got set up in here waiting to start playing. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna spoil it. Well, no, not spoil it, but I'm going to build an anticipation and start with products that you know, and then we're gonna move to two mystery Sonoff 3000 products. So, and Javier, hello, how are you doing? We are going to customize this one. So first product I've got is the Sonoff S31 Lite Zigbee version. So this is for US, it's a smart socket, the redesign. I really like this design, to be honest. UK isn't available, unfortunately. I think I've got enough adapters to make this work. So let's, this product, let me give you a link so you can have a look. The links are affiliated, so if you're going to click on it, you'll take you to affiliated sale. If you're okay with that, that's fine. If you're not, well, sorry. And Amit, hello, how are you doing? Hope you are well. So this is the first product that we're going to unbox. So let's go into my the other cams, which is a desk cam, and this is the one. Yes, hey, I managed to get it first time around. So I'm not going to need this. I've actually got a couple of these ones as well. I'll tell you what are those for in a second. So, as you can see, we're gonna move the mystery products and other products on the side, and we're gonna take a look at this smart plug. Not open it yet. It's very small actually. Do I have any smart plugs I could kind of show you? There's nothing that is disconnected, I think. Let me just open my drawer. Maybe I have something handy. No, it doesn't look like it. But I can kind of show you maybe your average charger for you to have kind of an size comparison. Wow, this is tight. This is really tight. Hey, hello to Chile. That's a beautiful country, I've heard. One day I really would like to visit. I would like to go one day on a bike trip down the South America and travel through the mountains all the way from the Central America to the very much south of it. Okay, so this is the Sonoff. It's a US version. So that's how you recognize its US version. Let's see if my adapter will work. The adapter will work, which is nice. Okay, it's not that much of a issue. But do I have anything to plug it in here? I have one cable that is from my really cool charger. I've talked about this charger, honestly. I'm absolutely in love with this charger. So this is a Xiaomi Mi charger, but it comes with this cable, which is oh yes, we in business will be able to test it without any problems. So this is the Sonoff. It's Zigbee based, so I can link it to Zigbee devices, and you need have a Zigbee device to switch it on and off. And we have in here what we have. We have 15 amps. Let me show you. So we have 15 amp load or 1800 watts. Zigbee protocol, and other than that, it's really nice. I like it. I like the design. It's really compact. Can we get inside? That's the question. I'm already looking, so this panel should be like pulling out. I think this is glued, which is a little bit annoying, but we'll see if we can get inside. So this is a Zigbee, and let's kind of give it a small go. As soon as I figure out the orientation of this, I have my, probably doing it in the wrong order, but so hello, welcome UK plugs. Is this connected? Yeah, okay, it works. I can see that. I don't know if it's quite bright in here, but you can see the red light in here, and it makes the sound. It definitely works, and I can show you maybe on the charger. So if I'm gonna go like this, connect my charger. Hello, charger. My good friend. Charger's working. Let me just take the voltmeter. Oh, so I've got so much mess in here. Will I be able to find it? Oh, yes. Ah. Ta-da. Okay, so don't know if you can see it. Can you see the readings? You can. And it's gonna kill it in a second. Will it? Wow, this charge on this thing is massive. Even wow, how this drawing still 5 volts? I still can read 5 volts on it. Wow, let's have a look. Yes, even though it's off. Oh no, now it's off. Wow, this is very slow discharge. Now the interface is off. Okay, so this is related to the charger. It's not related to the smart socket. Smart socket is instant. There is a big capacitor inside that stores the charge. I am in UK. Hello, Eugene and Sam. How are you doing? It says 120 volts. Oh God. Does it? Well, it does. Well, I didn't draw any current through it, which saved me, to be honest. But this is 120 compatible, isn't it? Yes, it is. So that's what saved me. I'm fine. So this is for US. Don't do what I've just done because it's dangerous. If I connected anything that draws actual power, this would not be certified for it. So this is the one, and I'll tell you why I've got it actually, because there is a very specific reason. So I'm gonna put it inside. What else we have in here? There's nothing there. It's US. I'm in UK. I hate different standards. They should really do something about it. There's a factory reset, a control, timer. So all the usual. There is a lamp control, obviously, because this is Zigbee, so it doesn't have the direct operation. You have to have some sort of hub to operate this. And speaking of hub, do you remember that? I'll get back to you on this screen. Do you remember top left? This one. If we going to pop into my website and do a search for CC2531, they released a CC2531 pre-flashed, so you will be able to get the Zigbee, what is it called, USB stick, and you'll be able to use the IT at USB stick, and this is 2.4 version pre-flashed for Zigbee to MQTT to use. First thing to tear apart is nice. Yes, of course we're gonna take it apart in a second. However, I think we're gonna take apart something else, because that's gonna be more interesting. So this is the first thing I'm opening, and obviously this is on the market already, you can buy it, it's not that exciting. So put it on side, let's move the boxes somewhere, that's fine, we're not going to need it. Next up, just a quick iteration. I have already one of those I've spoke about. No, I've not got the correct camera for you. So I already got Zigbee Sonoff Basics R3, and the R3 series, it's redesigned. They have different constructions inside, and there is a Zigbee version. So they've sent me one more Zigbee for testing, and it's going to be clear why in a second. And if you read my teardown, you will see that inside the module. So The base plate is mostly the same apart from the RF, and well, it's the difference is just this module on screen in here, which contains different interfaces. So you have a Wi-Fi version, you have a Zigbee version, and that's all. So let's quickly open it up. I don't expect any other changes in the hardware. I think it's the same iteration. Let's. You have to be gentle with this because this button is really annoying because it's long and very easy to break. So you really have to be gentle when taking these apart. I've already broke 2 of the buttons on those, and I had to resolder them. So yeah, be careful when you're opening your Sonoffs. Come on. Ah. So there we go. This is a module. Now, have they changed it? No, it's still attached permanently. I've talked about this Sonoff. What was a dimmer? That was a dimmer. You could actually have got apart, so we can take it. So you see what I've liked about it in here was, yeah. And I've not got the camera for you. God, ugh. That's the one. Here you go. So they've not changed anything in here. They've you still got this board, and this board is soldered to the main board, right? However, in a dimmer, if I will be able to take it out, come on. It's the screws in here. Sorry, I need to undo the screws to demonstrate. I didn't talk to you. My Amazon device just decided to speak to me. Just gonna try to pop it out. So let's. Not showing off, I'm promising. So that's what I did with the dimmer, when you can actually disconnect the module responsible for connectivity and connect it back again. So that was something I really liked, and I hope to see it more often on boards like this, when you can simply disconnect this and connect a new one, or use the pins to resolder, put it back on the main board and play with it. So that's the R3. Now to more interesting products. I really wanted to give a go and test this. This is Sonoff Micro, and I'll give you a link for this. So let's let me get you a. So this is Sonoff Micro, and let's go here. And it looks like this, and it basically allows you to use it via this is Wi-Fi, and you can use it as a switch for USB device. Now, I have a very specific use for this. Can be RF, Zigbee, or Wi-Fi. For R3 series, you have a RF version, you have a Zigbee version, and you have a Wi-Fi version. And with the provision that RF version comes with Wi-Fi as well. So you have a RF Wi-Fi, you have Wi-Fi, and you have a Zigbee. So there are three different products. So, and let's open it up and test it. So it's very small. There will be cases where you probably can't use it with everything because of the shape. So this is the device. And it's tiny when you think about it. This is the adapter I've used. What is the best thing to compare it to? Oh, this is my this is your kind of the average USB device, so this is how big it is. Now the orientation is interesting because on this side you have this way, and on this side you have a completely different, so 90 degrees change. Now I already see a small problem with this. If I was constructing a device like this, I would make sure I have a reversible USB-A. You can do the reversible ports, so that way, if you want to connect it to a laptop or something like this, or when the orientation matters, you could just pick your orientation by 180 degree. And unfortunately, that's the case in here as well. So you'll have to think where you want to connect it and whether it suits. So if you have a charger, do I have a charger with USB? I might have a charger for one. Definitely have a charger. So I have a charger in here. So if I can connect it, so I can only connect it in one way. I cannot do it this way. Obviously, I can connect it this way, and then I can connect stuff in here. How big is this charger? What is it? This is for Google. It's 1 amp. Okay, so let's power up and test it. But I'm going to connect it to my Xiaomi charger, mostly because it's just more comfortable to use. So let me connect this. Does it blink? No. So let's oh, there's a QR code. I think there is a QR powering method. So let's give it a go. QR powering method. Let's go. So e-link, and let's pair it. Quick pairing. Scan the QR code. Okay, let's go for it. Okay. Right, looks like we are in business. Connect to the router, get device info. Oh, okay, that's quick. Oh, that's the quickest. So let's name this USB. USB. Complete. Got it. And let's see how it works. So right now it's off. Let's can turn it off. Yeah, I can turn it off with the button, on with the button. That works over Wi-Fi. So, and yeah, it's nearly instant, like with all other Sonoff switches. I like it. Options, usual share, schedule, timer. Now, do we have a DIY mode or something? No. Okay, so the DIY mode isn't available in here. Local LAN probably should be available. Or maybe not. I'm not 100% sure if it's a local LAN available. Let's have a look. Exit LAN. What was the warning again? Come back. Well, I guess it is working on a local LAN. Okay, fair enough. That should. I was expecting this to. Oh, there is one thing I didn't bring, but that's fine. Okay, so this is the switch, and why am I interested in this? I'm running the home automation server, and before the lockdown, I was working quite far away. So let me switch the cameras for you. The top cam. So because I work away, I'm not at home for quite a bit now. And a couple of days ago, well, it's a couple of weeks ago now. Is that flashable? No idea. I don't know if it's flashable, but obviously I'm gonna poke around, don't worry about it. And it's gonna be a specific post just about this. I'm going to deploy this with a Raspberry Pi because I want to have a solution to reboot my Raspberry Pi, and I don't, obviously I could SSH to it, but if the Raspberry Pi locks up and it needs the reboot, if you connect something like that via USB, you can use a smart socket as well for this purpose if you connect the charger instead. But it depends where it's drawing the power from. But the idea is that I want to have a system that will notify me when the Raspberry isn't it's not reachable, and it's time to power cycle it. But I don't want to just power cycle it, because if your Raspberry Pi hangs because of a reason, it will create a couple of problems. And the easiest way sometimes to restore it is to boot it from another card or another image. And I want to have a network boot that will pick a last workable backup when this device is triggered. So what it does, it will discover that this device, I'll send a command to my another network connected device that I want to restore the backup. It will take the image that I'm using for network boot, swap it with a backup file, and then power cycle. So when the Raspberry Pi cycles, it will connect and try to load the image that was actually a backup rather than the image I was using that caused the hang. So I could do that remotely, and that way, if I don't know, my heating goes down or something like that, and I cannot SSH into Raspberry Pi, I will be able to restore the previous workable solution and figure out what went wrong. So that's the idea for this. So I hope you're gonna enjoy it. what else we've got? We have two mystery products, and they're inside. And we're gonna start with this one because it's you'll see it in a second. So let's change the cameras and let's go. This is not this one. This is this one I need. So guys, what is this? This is not available on sale yet, so I can't link your website or anything. But it's soon going to be available. They're still working on it. They asked me for feedback and what I think about the product. And that looks like an Amazon dash button. Just take a look at this. It's very similar. It looks like Amazon dash button, and actually it works like Amazon dash button. This one, and for the eagle-eyed people there, you'll notice that there's something on the side that I've made. I have a tutorial on this Amazon. I'm not obviously not using it right now, but this is a sensor. This is a contact sensor, but this is not the same sensor I use for Zigbee. I don't have a Zigbee here because I put it on my smart door. So I've used two of those for my smart door. I'll show you the smart, because I have a picture of these, so you could kind of imagine. So I've done a smart door a couple of days ago, right? And I've used two Zigbee contacts because of the battery life and the size to detect whether the door is locked or not. So if you're interested in that, go ahead. So these are the sensors. They're much smaller. They're probably about half the size if you see my fingers in here, and if you now compare it to how big is this. So I guess let's take a look inside and see what's inside. Because this is, I knew exactly why. I knew exactly this is not Zigbee because you get these two batteries included. So this is not to power a Zigbee device. So this is Wi-Fi, and this is probably based ESP85 or 8285 or 8286, 8266. Sorry. Okay, so it doesn't tell me much. So let's try to unjam this board. There's a Hall sensor here, which I can see. And give you a bit of insight, so you can put two. This is AAA batteries, yeah, and yeah, it's a Hall sensor. So let's have a look and see what it's made of. Like I said, you can't buy it. They still work on it. Now, what's promising, if you take a closer look, in here you have a GPIO pins, so you can actually connect the sensor to something else. That's going to be quite interesting. So this is a Wi-Fi, and can I read this? So you can see in here, and come on, zoom in. Come on, camera. It is a Wi-Fi, and will I be able to show you the chip? Let's have a look. Come on, camera, focus. You can do it. Well, I don't know why it's not focus. Come on, focus. I know you can do macro, but for some reason, it's just refusing to operate with me. Oh, that's better. Okay, I don't know if you can see the designations. I'm gonna read it to you in a second, but this is the board that they're using. You can see at the top as well the model of the device, and on the IC on the IC, this is a different chipset actually. QPL1000 A2SA1931. Should we look it up? Let's look it up and see what that is, because I haven't got a look. This is new. Is it the same as on the dimmer? Because dimmer has a different one. Let's have a look. No, dimmer was 85. What was that was Sonoff. Sonoff have a different one. So this one was Zigbee. I need a Wi-Fi. I think Wi-Fi R3 had a different one, if I remember correctly. This is Zigbee. This is the Wi-Fi. So if I remember, one of them had a different Wi-Fi chip. So let's open it up and oh, is it my memory? Oh, that's ESP, I think. Can't see it really. Yeah, 8285. There was a Sonoff device. I can't. I was playing with something, and I remember that having a different chipsets. Was it Sonoff RF? No, I don't think that was Sonoff RF. There was something that had a different Wi-Fi chip. Bear with me, guys. I'll have a look if that's gonna be the same. Yeah, that's the AP80 to 85. Oh, come on. Right, this is exactly what I've been saying about not being careful with the buttons. This is the broken one, don't worry about it, I didn't break it right now. I'll fix it later. Doesn't matter now. Come on, RF. Get in position. There was something. I'm trying to remember what was this that was connecting. Oh well, maybe it'll get to me at some point. I'm just looking at my drawers right now, but I don't. Or was that a camera? Maybe that was a camera. Maybe there was an IP camera from Sonoff. Do I have the pictures of it? Let's have a look. So I'm just checking on my article because I might have a pic. No, I didn't take it apart. I took it apart to see what's inside, but I didn't in my video. I think that was an IP camera that was using completely different Wi-Fi chips. So let's quickly look it up and see what is it made of. So this is A2SA. One. No. DPL 1000. No. I can't find this. Okay, what's the last number on it? PNRF. So look. So 3. This is very small. 17. Okay. No, I don't know. I'll Google it. I'll see. So let's connect it and see if it works. Let's put it back where it's supposed to be. And let's change the camera for you guys. Close up this one. So let's put it back together. See how responsive it is. Because I'm sure they have some sleep policies on that device. Ooh, this is quite difficult to maybe like this. Yeah, snaps into place. We need to open the batteries. Come on, batteries. I need a knife. And let's see how responsive it is, because that's what you're probably interested. I don't know how long the battery is going to last. Hopefully, if they not, if you have to change the batteries on a monthly basis, that's going to be a bit disappointing. How long you would like a device like this to operate? So that's minus, and that's minus, and that's plus. Okay. thought I've seen a button on this. No? Probably here, but you need to use the needle. Okay, so let's do it properly. Let's not cheat. Okay. No, I don't have any instructions. Nope, there's no instructions, so let's hope this is gonna work. Exit plan. So, quick pairing, I guess. And so it lights up orange. I don't know if you have to hold it or let's hold it for a couple of. Okay, if you hold it, it starts blinking. If it starts blinking like this, I guess it's in a pairing mode. That's the idea. So let's see if it works. Well, I guess it works. But let's see how quickly it's gonna work and how quick it's gonna go to sleep. Because Zigbee modules, they usually last about 3 to 6 months, depending on how often you use it. So, what do you think, guys? How long would be the best in terms of the battery life? I don't know. I think ESP is well established, and new iterations of ESP32, they have like a sleeping core, so it uses a very minimal power, and you can actually minimize the draw of the currents to next to nothing, and just using an interrupt to wake it. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe they found something that works better. Obviously, for connections like that, you just need a bit of encryption and the signal. That's all. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to be using a different mode for this, because it would probably connect by now. So let's cancel this. Let's go maybe compatible pairing mode for now. Or maybe it's generating its own SSID. What do you think, guys? Yeah, I'm going to check, because how it works basically, most of the Sonos, they generate SSID, and app detects this, connects it, sends the data, and reconfigures them. So really it's not an issue, but maybe it's not enabled in app. So let's have a look. Okay, so let's connect to I'm looking for the Sonoff device. No. No, come on. You can tell I'm not prepared for this. Okay. It's okay. We'll give it another go. We'll give it another. Just gonna leave it like this and see what's gonna happen. And I'm not sure. Quick pairing. That's the problem if you don't have instructions sometimes. Okay, so while this is connecting and while we're trying to figure this out, I'm going to do this, because that's in the background. I don't want to keep you waiting. Now this is a very peculiar device, because look at the shape, and I'm going to go through my items somewhere here, hopefully somewhere here. I haven't got a clue where I put it, to be honest. I should have looked for it earlier. But there is one device that I'm trying to find right now for you, for a very, very specific reason. Come on, and this is definitely not a Sonoff Mini. Maybe that was Sonoff Mini that had this chipset. I'll poke inside in a second. Or maybe that was Sonoff RF that had, because okay, we need to find stuff. Ah, there it is. Okay, so if you look at the size of it, check this out. You know what that is. This is a Sonoff RF. It's not a surprise. Now, Sonoff RF bridge links RF, so like remotes like these, right? Like these. It links it with your, not ZigBee, come on, where's my RF device? This is RF compatible, this is RF compatible. So, yeah, but this has the same size. And if you check inside, come on, I can't be bothered. Yeah. Why can't I open it now? Come on, you can do it. I'm completely gonna destroy this box. Yes. Yes. Look at this. This is a proper unboxing, not all your mystery unboxing. What is it? This channel that does the unboxing. That's how you unbox it. So this is not a Sonoff RF bridge. This is Sonoff ZigBee bridge, because they do ZigBee devices, and that's why I said stuff like that's gonna have more sense in a moment. So this is your ZigBee bridge, and it has exactly the same form factor as your RF. So it's exactly the same shell. There is no differences whatsoever to my eye, other than the sticker, which is, this one's kind of like a little bit too big, but this one's perfectly flush. So it works in the same way. So it translates your Wi-Fi signal into the what is it called? Into ZigBee. So you could communicate. We obviously didn't connect this well. No, so we're gonna try with Nodle again in the background, so we don't waste your time. We're gonna talk about this in a moment. So, does it work like this without any operation? It's not giving any light. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna hold it a little bit longer this time. Maybe there's a second mode when you hold it like 10 seconds or something. I think my needle slipped. No, there's no, I don't think there's a second mode. Okay, so let's do the quick powering again. See if anything changes. And yeah, so let's connect this and let's set it up. I have a cable prepared for this. What did I drop? My charger. So let's cancel this. We're gonna be connecting this. This one can go and into sleep mode right now, because we're gonna add this quick pairing. Shouldn't be a problem with the bridges. And in the meantime, I should probably check the Sonoff. Was it Sonoff Mini that had it? Can I open it? I'll try to open Sonoff Mini while we're connecting to this, because one of them had this protocol, Wi-Fi protocol, and I think that was Sonoff Mini actually. Let's have a look. No, 80 to 85, so it wasn't Sonoff Mini. So we've got this complete. We have a new device, and as you can see, this is a bridge. It's offline because it's rebooting, so it's going to be online in a second. Let's wait for it. It wasn't the Sonoff, so it must have been Sonoff RF then, because I remember. Okay, so right now I don't have any child devices, and I will have to link a child device. Now the question is, will it work with a IKEA? And unfortunately I've tried yesterday, it won't. Right now I wasn't able to connect any other protocols which was unfortunate. But if there will be a DIY mode, you never know. So let's pick a Sonoff device and try to connect it. We can still try it with this one. Or we can do a Zigbee one. Where's the Zigbee? Oh, I have a cable. We can do a Zigbee one. So let's go with the Zigbee. Because it's ready. So I'm gonna put this on the side. We're gonna quickly connect my Zigbee. Where's the Zigbee? This is Zigbee. And so we need the shell for it. We need to be safe. We need to identify the what is it called? Input. Elle out and input. So input is on this side. We need to again find my screwdriver, which isn't here. It's here. And let's quickly connect it. So live goes this way. And we're gonna have our Zigbee device. Right. Okay. Now I probably need to disconnect my other Zigbee device because it's gonna create them. And I'll be nice and I'll actually enclose it so we don't get a shock. This is this way, this is this way. So careful with a button because otherwise it's going to be a problem. Come on, just careful, yeah. Put the shell on it. This is how it puts like this. And we have a Zigbee device ready. So let's do this and let's pair it. There's additional socket here. Ta-da! So right now it's connecting. It's waiting for connection. So let's add the child device. We need to hold this, if I'm correct. Come on, Sonoff Zigbee, you can do it. No? I would imagine it's right now just searching for devices because not being connected before. So it's like a Zigbee hue, yeah. Zigbee bridge code. If I have a XP, any series would works with that bridge. Let's show. Well, the bridge itself on the back. Let's have a look at the back while this is being messed about. Come on. So this is your specification, right? Zigbee. So that's 802, 15, and 0.4, 2.4. So that's the specification. Now, I really hope. Oh, there's. So I have to probably click the pairing button, maybe. I don't have instructions for this, guys. Do I have to click the pair? I thought you can do it via app, but I guess no. So let's go through the button. I'm gonna pick my tool, the proper tool. Yeah, probably. Come here, my sim tool. I've cleaned up my office last month. So let's see if I do I have to like do this to enable pairing. Okay, it's a. No, something tells me I just disconnected this one. Yeah. So okay, so this is Teresa. I had a daft moment. Sorry, I was in my defense. I was working all night because I'm working from home and I do nights. So it's I woke up just now. Okay, let me just quickly add this. Okay, that was a quite a silly moment of mine. You have to forgive me. So let's add it again. Not QR code. Quick pairing. Let's add it again. Okay, so while this is adding, shouldn't be that long. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. How many buttons I have to press. So I probably have to hold this. I'm sure. I could go back to my right up because it says. I'm just going to hold a little bit longer. Okay, so I found the device. It's going to connect it. I think now it's going to work. In the meantime, while this is messing around and I'm not trying to get trapped. Good news, son of bridge. Spasibo. Yeah. So. It's gonna be a Zigbee bridge, and we'll be able to add hopefully child devices without any problems. Come on, you can do it. Like I said, this is still kind of work in progress. They're asking for feedback. In a second, I'm gonna open it and see what kind of chip it's running on and whether we have any GPIOs. So stay put. And later on, I'll see if I can make it compatible with anything else. There is, of course, there is a small tab for Zigbee devices. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I haven't got a clue. Can you flash? Like, this is the thing, right? There was a reason why they've introduced this. There was a reason. Where is my Zigbee? There is a reason why they have this. They aiming obviously at the Zigbee people, and they want people that use Z-Wave or Zigbee to have a way of interacting and having that open API. And I hope that's going to continue with the ready product. Once device adding, okay. Hey, we've paired it. Okay, so we have our Sonoff right now. Sonoff Zigbee added. Let's change the camera for you. There you go. So I should be able to control all the Zigbee. Yay, almost instant. You've got your usual, so works really well. I could not tell whether it's a Zigbee or yeah, I'm really happy. So you will be able to rename it. You have schedule, you have timer, so that's in app. Because it's a Zigbee, you're obviously not risking on. It works as a local LAN mode. It uses the Zigbee networks. It's not connected to the internet as such. Therefore, it is much safer to use for your home automation because it's much more difficult to hack. You actually either have to hack this router or you have to hack the device itself, which you have to be close in proximity to do it. So it's definitely Zigbee, it's interesting, and I like to see more those devices. So we know it works. It has a different icon in here. Any options? Let's have a look at what options we have for this device. Go on, settings. So right now we don't have much options really. It's going to be called SB bridge, so Zigbee bridge. And that's it, that's all we have right now for this. You can share the device, and all the timings are per device rather than per bridge. I don't know at this point how many devices you can link. They gave me almost no information other than this is a Zigbee bridge, play with it, let us know what you think, let us know what was okay and what wasn't okay. So I'm gonna submit as much feedback for them as I can, and obviously I'll be like, guys, connect it to everything else. You're gonna be loving the sales if you're gonna open it and let people use it the way they want, because the DIY scene obviously loves tinkering and loves having an access. And it's okay if there is like a physical switch or something. Range, we could test the range. I will disappear, I'll go downstairs and I'll cross it. I'll connect it somewhere in the kitchen, which is totally across my room. Do I have a? I don't think I have a pictures of my layout. No, I don't. Okay, so I'm just gonna go upstairs, downstairs, and reconnect it. So I'll be right back in a second, and see how far I can reach with this. Be right back. Okay, that's gonna be the most extreme test, because the Zigbee device is downstairs, so it's 1 floor down. It's outside of the house on the opposite side, so it has to travel through entire floor, couple of walls that separate it, and it's outside in a conservatory, so you have a main wall as well. Haven't got a clue if there is a range. I've not tested it before, and my wife's gonna let me know if it made a click. So I'm just gonna test it a couple of times. And let's message her and see if she heard it. Three times. Okay, so range is splendid on this. I have no doubts it covers entire house. If it can reach there, it covers entire house for me, and this is like, it's not spacious house, but it's stretched. This is the most difficult scenario I would have. Ooh, I caught it. So yeah, definitely works. So let me, I'll say thank you. Okay, so you probably want to know what's inside. I want to know what's inside. I've not been inside because I was very excited, very sleepy, and I had to work. So I've not opened it inside, so let's find. Yeah, oh, just a normal screw. That's nice. I was expecting some complicated. So this is my case I've designed for DSO. I'm really proud of it, to be honest. You can charge it while you check for stuff. So basically, you put the DSO here. You can check how full the battery is. You can charge it, and it stores the bits. And I don't know, this is expensive screwdriver. It comes with no case whatsoever. Shame on them, but it kind of gave me a reason to design something 3D printed. Come on, I can't pull out. And there is a bit of a silicone to prevent it from slipping and twisting. So let's go. I will say thanks to my lovely wife. She's working from home as well. That's wrong. Okay, so let's take a look what's inside. What do you think, guys? What it uses for Wi-Fi and what it uses for Zigbee? That's going to be interesting to see. Ta-da! Okay, hello. Hello, hello. Ooh, there's nothing there. If you, I'll open it for you, guys. So why not? I'll open it for you just to compare. Because that's an interesting situation. Because that looks very empty, actually. And how little it takes to make it work. And I already know what it's running from, but I'm gonna keep that as a spoiler because I'm a bit of a bad person like this. Building anticipation. So Sonoff RF works obviously with RF and internet, and let's have a closer look. So you have to bend this to access the meaty stuff, and you have to be careful. You won't be able to bend it very often. So this is just a highlight, it's just a gimmick. And that was running off, can I have some light in here? ESP8285. So, and this is how busy it is. And now, take a look at this. You can see the difference straight away. Let's get a little bit closer for you. And let's examine the board itself. So on the Zigbee version, we have, obviously this is a Zigbee chipset and this is ESP. I know it's ESP because it's in the same location and it still looks very similar. And let's have a look, what is it? Oh, you know what? I can't see this. I need to use help. (8266EX). So that uses 8266EX, and Zigbee The module is labeled as SM011 version 1.0 and it uses, oh I can't read this, it's called MG21. I don't know what that is actually. Should we Google it? Let's Google it, see what Google says. We have the BMG21. So this is what it uses for. Do we have any modules? Do we have a data sheet? That's not the one. It's the wrong one. Okay, let's see if there is a spec sheet. Oh, okay. So this is our board. I think EFR 32 MG21. I'm gonna go through pins in a second. So that's so this is standard. Excellent receive sensitivity. I can confirm with that range like this. Bluetooth low energy radio that comes with Bluetooth. That'd be interesting if this one has a Bluetooth. I'm not 100% sure. I'm looking the correct spec sheet right now. I would have to probably just go by exact model number because that's MG21 is a series. Let's have a look if I have a box because that looks like a. I'll show you on the camera again. Because obviously this part looks like a separate chipset, and let's look for it for that model number and see if we can find anything. So I'm gonna leave this open and we're looking for SM011 version 1.0 Zigbee. Okay. Don't know if that's. Let's have a look. Don't know how's your Chinese. My Chinese is poor. So I've translated this. So there is a GitHub page for this SM11 module. So it'll give you main chip. Yes, it is. It has a Bluetooth, guys. This has Bluetooth. So working current 1 milliamp. Wow, that's really low. Standby. Ooh, nice. So IS security encryption 128, and we have range. So this is the chipset itself. Yeah, exactly looks like this. So that's what we're using, guys, for this. It's good to know. Excellent. Some spy work in there. So and now let's have a look here because this is an interesting one. If I'm going to find this on that page, that's going to be excellent. SM. No. Okay, let's search for MG21. Was it MG21, right? Yeah, unfortunately no. I was kind of hoping that I would find this entry on this Zigbee, but it doesn't look like it supports this. Maybe soon. Now Tasmota's gonna have a reason to work on this. Right? Okay, so let's examine what kind of pins we have on this board and whether it's gonna be hackable or not. So let me get a pointer and see what's what. So on the ESP side, it doesn't look like there is much exposed on. Can you focus? Thank you. So on the ESP side, it doesn't look like there is much exposed. There's a couple of pads in here, but I don't think they're very usable. Now on the Zigbee part, there's a row in here probably for programming. They flash these probably outside and then just solder them together, so I don't think we're gonna see anything that we can use. Let's check the back. Okay, so yeah, this is a dev pads for the Zigbee, for the SM011 module. So they're exposed, we can hook it up. In terms of ESP, actually there is a clock as well, so we have a data interface in here which is exposed. There's a IO15 we can latch in, 00 and TX. There is a reset, 3 volts, there's a reset in ground and 5 volts pads available. So there is a bit of interface that we can actually access to. There will be, I think it's going to be possible to use these because we've got TX. RX sometimes it's only 15 if I remember correctly, so it is possible we'll be able to either use this to flash or maybe SDA. So, but in here you've got everything to communicate listed straight away, so you'll be able to flash different firmware, maybe Zigbee to MQTT firmware. That would be very interesting to see, because you could have MQTT firmware on this. Obviously it's a different chipset. Let me crack open this one, because obviously that's no, I don't have to. This is CC2531, so I don't have to do this. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything I had for today. I've made a bit of a mess. It's going to be a cleanup in operation in a sec. But if you're still stranded and want to know more, what I'm going to do next is clean this mess. Go for a walk, because I'm allowed 1 exercise a day and I've not been out for a week. Honestly, I've only been to work and I've not left house. So there is a forest nearby, and so we're gonna go for a short walk just to get out for a moment. I don't expect anyone to be there, so I'm sticking within the official rules, and I would really encourage everyone to do it and avoid the contact, because the sooner we do this, the sooner it's gonna end. And I'm gonna come back to another live stream, and if you're interested in 3D printing, then you are in for a sweet live stream. I hope it's gonna all work, because I'm upgrading a 3D printer. So let me swap the cameras for you. Main camera, this one, because in here in the corner there is there is Ender 3 printer with small modifications. However, we're gonna add a lot of more modifications. So, because I've been busy shopping, and I have actually boxes. Where are the boxes? Here. So we have a auto leveling. We have a new motherboard. We have a cooling system. We're gonna be improving Octopi. There is a touchscreen interface, and a couple of other small bits that I've ordered, including different beds, etc., that I'm going to fit into Ender 3 printer and upgrade it. And then, once the quarantine's over, I will compare, because I can't go out right now, but I will compare the upgraded Ender 3 versus stock Ender 3, and we're going to draw a conclusion whether it's worth it. I also have a couple of 3D printed upgrades that are included with the Ender 3, so I'll be definitely talking about these, and I'll try to answer the question whether you should upgrade your printer and spend that money on upgrades, or whether you should simply consider buying a better model, because I'll try to get a slightly more expensive printer for similar price and compare the prints and see whether it was worth it. So that's gonna happen in about an hour or two, and I'm gonna post it on social media. So if you want to just follow me on social media, and you're gonna get a notification. Obviously I have to move my streaming setup to downstairs. I was initially planning this from Hackspace. I could stream from Hackspace, but unfortunately we're on a lockdown, and I'm gonna just stick to rules, and I'm gonna invite you to my conservatory, where in strictly unprofessional conditions we're gonna do this on a big table, because there's no way I have enough space in here to actually upgrade the printer. So that's the plan, guys. Thanks so much for everyone that joined me. I hope you're enjoying your time, and I've helped you to heal an hour of your lockdown time if you're on a lockdown. and I made it like semi-entertaining. It was a nice, I'm still gonna play with these devices, each device like this and others, they're gonna have even individual articles and videos coming soon, so don't worry about it. If you want to know more details, those usually unscripted. I just kind of play with, you know, tech and figure out how things work and what's inside. So I hope you enjoyed that look. And if you want to join me for about 1 to 2 or maybe 3 hours live stream later on, just pop in and see how am I doing building and rebuilding the 3D printer with new parts. Just pop in, say hi, and keep me entertained. So we are all in this together. It gives you a reason to stay indoors and enjoy a bit of a social life and a bit of a geeky talk. So, thank you, dziękuję Scarlett. Bardzo mi przyjemnie słyszeć, po polsku dawno nie mówiłem. I said thank you to Scarlett. She's apparently she's from my country. So I'll see you in about, let's say, 1 to 2 hours. I'll post everything on social media, so if you follow me. If you don't, consider it, and you're gonna get live YouTube's reminding you that there is something for me. So later, guys. Thank you so much to Wimby, and thanks to Juan, Scarlett, Javier, Nico, Bert, Ahmed, Eugene, Sam. Did I miss anyone? I hope not. It's been a pleasure to have you around, and thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you later. Take care and stay safe.